who thought about KMC using the initials of your last name?
Oh, well, that's a
Lack of imagination.
yeah, that's right.
Welcome once again to the second episode of KMC Leaders Lounge. We are so happy and thrilled to have you back here on our second episode. And today, I am with the three most, if not the most 100% important people in KMC. We got Gregory, the K of KMC.
Hello.
We got Mike, everybody knows, the M of KMC. And last but not the least, we have Atty. Amanda, the C of KMC. A big round of applause, guys, for our founders. How are you guys?
Thanks, Erickson.
Very good.
We're not the most important people, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Definitely not the most important people.
I love it. Okay, but I am so excited to have this interview with you. It's my first time. I know it's also your first time in the KMC Leaders Lounge.
That's right.
But today we're gonna be doing something fun. But before anything else, we got viewers for this episode. So I'll be giving each one a time to greet them.
Oh, really?
Holiday,
Okay.
yep.
All right.
Anybody can start.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you, Mike.
Merry Christmas and greetings to the entire KMC family all over the Philippines and expanding abroad.
Happy holidays, maligayang Pasko to the KMC crowd out there and those who are watching this show.
The maligayang Pasko from Atty. Amanda reminded me that Christmas is really just around the corner.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine a few days. Okay, so today I have a set of questions for everybody. And I know that the viewers are excited to hear straight from you as the founders of the company. So after 15 years, after 15 years, we'll learn about KMC's journey. Not everybody knows so much with how we started. Maybe your personal stories when you were starting way back. How does the teamwork going on during those times? And obviously the leadership, right? And these are what we call the moments that matter for KMC. And these are the things that shaped who we are now. So are we ready for the questions?
Yeah.
Ready? Let's start it. I'd like to start with you, Atty. Amanda.
Ladies first.
When KMC first started, I know there's always been a vision in mind, right? But what was the core problem you or all of you were trying to solve in the Philippines?
The core problem is ease of doing business in the Philippines. And we started out with Gills and Carpo Consulting and moved to KMC because we were trying to solve a problem of bringing more investment here in the Philippines, because at our core, we believe that the Philippines has something to offer the world, right? So that's the core problem is the ease of doing business. But there's
That it was not
a number
easy to do business.
a number of things that needed to be addressed. And the first step is like registration, etc. But office space, finding talent just became a natural branch to that, and listening to our clients and what it is. So the ease of doing business is actually a measure of the World Bank determining how easy it is to do business. And those that rank on the highest are generally where a lot of investment is growing. So Philippines was we're like I gotta check. We're still working our way up there, but I have that. It's a good measure of how well the country is doing.
Yeah.
So we have to keep moving up there. I think the easiest place to do business, like Singapore, New Zealand,
Correct.
that's up there.
Doing making running a business here in the Philippines easier, maybe for local or global organizations. But maybe a follow-up question to each one of you. During those times, what was the trend like here in the Philippines? Like, what are the booming careers or business?
So there was a lot of companies setting up back offices or a lot of companies in the IT BPO industry which wanted to take advantage of the Filipino talent here that we have, English-speaking, college-educated Filipino talent. So you had a lot of companies that were setting up here in the Philippines, incorporating their companies in order to provide services to their own companies in the United States, or setting up companies which were essentially third-party IT BPO companies providing service to clients in the United States and mainly Australia. So we essentially were addressing that market initially with, or addressing those services initially with the incorporation, the tax incentives, ongoing assistance with accounting, payroll, process of visas for the foreign nationals here. But what we realized is a lot of clients wanted office space as well. They want a plug and play solution for their own office. So we started KMC, which became KMC Savills and KMC Solutions. Also, a lot of the clients said, you know what, we realized we don't want to incorporate a company that's too bureaucratic. There's too many hoops to jump through. Mike, Greg, and Amanda, can you please just find us talent, put that talent underneath your corporate umbrella so that legally your employees, you handle the compliance, the HR, the payroll, and the recruitment, but have those employees dedicated to us working from one of your beautiful offices.
Interesting.
So that's how we started.
Interesting. I think hearing these stories from you, the story is anchored with the desire to help. Right? With the
100%.
desire to help, like bringing in expats,
Make it easier.
making it for the business owners to operate here in the Philippines. It was interesting. I've been with the company for 5 years now. I'm celebrating my 5th year this year. Thank you so much, KMC. Before I joined the company, I always looked at KMC as a service office provider. I didn't know so much of the talent as a service way back.
Yeah.
And I think at this point, there are still probably some employees who would look at KMC as a very beautiful office space provider in the Philippines. But when you were started, a little bit retrospect.
They weren't always
Were you-
so beautiful.
How does that look like before when you guys started with your first office? By the way, where is that first office?
The first office,
Officially.
our own office, was in Rufino Tower in Ayala.
Rufino.
In Makati.
Yeah.
So, we bootstrapped the business. The three of us really didn't have much money, close to no money. So we were able
Closer to no.
we were able to come across one quadrant. I think it was about around 215 square meters of office space, which already had furniture in it. So we're able to rent the office at a pretty good price at the time, as well as buy the used furniture, which wasn't used that much.
Brand new, actually.
Yeah, so it was a small office with brand new but used furniture, secondhand furniture. We were able to buy it, I think, 10 cents on the dollar, something like that. And then started there and then realized there was a half a floor above in the Rufino Tower. So we took that on as well. And as, my colleagues mentioned here,
And then,
it just wasn't that nice.
And shared office space, right? So Mike and Greg were roommates. So
We were used to sharing.
they were used to share. And so this shared office space was kind of a new concept then. People wanted private offices with their own reception, etc.
For sure.
So we, I guess, disrupted that and way back then of a shared office space, a shared boardroom, shared IT. And it makes sense because those are business expenses, not they were used to the sharing concept. I feel like that's something that doesn't get said of especially
We definitely brought that to the Philippines.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so which actually matches Filipino culture.
Yes.
But I still remember our first office space, Mike and Greg with no t-shirts painting maybe I was imagining you
Doing the legwork, painting the wall.
painting the wall.
It was a Sunday, so there's no
Uh-huh.
centralized air conditioning on. So it was, completely hot, completely.
No t-shirts.
No t-shirt. I can imagine. How does that look like for the three of you during those times?
Yeah,
Someone has photos of that, actually.
we had very little money and we just had to get things done quick. Do what we had to do, take out the garbage, clean the dishes, paint, vacuum, those types of things. But the office was small for the two companies because it was combined of Kittleson and Corporate Consulting, which became Incorp, and then KMC at the time. So we had, two different companies of employees there of our own. We gave Amanda the private room. We gave our lawyer partner the private room, and then Mike and I shared the server room, which was blacked out, by the way. So it's just, two desks
Their
together,
clients into the room. So.
a server rack, and then a blacked out window, and then Mike and I working out of there. And the employees had the nice cubicle office. Desk and chairs in the open area. So
I love it. Yeah.
quite a bit.
It's actually my first time hearing that story. It's quite interesting and funny at the same time.
She had the corner office, let me tell you. She
The
had-
attorney, the lawyer
corner
gets the corner office, and then the two gentlemen gets the server room.
yeah.
From
Actually, our desk was
Greg's
bigger
story.
than this table for the two of us. But yeah, we were
I
on
love it.
laptops. So
Very humbling, right? To recall the good old days and
Struggle.
the struggle.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah,
We did not have fun.
Penny the wall.
You know.
but look at us. But look at where we are right now. So it's really like beautiful.
Greg is
experience
designing the walls,
that
but not painting the walls anymore. So.
designing
He's
the wall.
designing the walls, but not painting them.
Oh,
That's how far
okay.
we've come. Yeah.
We're gonna take note of that, Mike.
Designing with a very good design team.
Oh wow.
Yes.
They're not me alone.
I always wondered who thought about KMC using the initials
We
of
went-
your last name.
Oh well, that's
lack of imagination.
I thought there was a science behind the
Oh.
KMC.
We started Kittleson and Carbo
Oh,
Consulting.
so we had a thing, remember, of like businesses that have a K sound in
Good.
them
goes first.
are successful. McDonald's. I don't know, with the K sound.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember that
Yeah, yeah, we did. We had a conversation.
So it's,
I didn't look at it that way. I said, listen, I'm the eldest, so my last name goes first.
No,
Was it
it?
by
No,
age?
it sounded better.
it could have been NKC
We
or
agreed it sounded
CMK.
KMC sound.
KMC sounded
KMC
better.
sounded better.
Okay, my next question is, how about the colors? It's orange. Was it orange
It wasn't always orange.
ever since, or
No.
it was an
It was-
evolution of your
I don't
logo?
think it was.
It was some shades of blue.
We had a VP
Eve.
of marketing at the time.
Oh,
Eve Lutu.
This gentleman, Eve Lutu, is a friend as well, and he came up with the colors and just put it out there without
I love orange.
asking us.
I like orange
Just say-
personally. That's why I'm curious to know. Orange, they say, is the color of success.
What you may not know is like the first logo was actually a sun,
Oh,
So it's orange and yellow.
interesting.
and
Now it almost looks like a Pokemon
A
ball.
Pokemon.
well, that became popular, but it was really a puzzle piece of like a happy face coming together with a person.
Pokemon.
Now you guys know. Now you guys know.
AJ knows. He's been here long enough to know it, right?
I love it. Yeah. It's so fun doing this candid talks with you guys. But let me jump to the next question. This was for you, GK. In 2009, what did you see in the Filipino talent that the world hadn't recognized yet?
Just this eagerness to learn and to grow, and I think most importantly, work together as a team.
Mhm.
But if I had to describe one word for Filipino talent, would be resilient. You know, that desire to, no matter what the challenge is, to take it on. Pandemic, not pandemic, work from home, come to the office during storms, just come and work and be resilient, and nothing seems to phase them. That kind of what I look at as Filipino strength. And just working together as a team. They love to work together as a team, and I think myself as one of the founders, I love coming to the office when I'm here. I don't want to, when I'm in the Philippines, I don't want to work from home. I don't want to take calls from my apartment. I want to be in the office with our people, with our team members. It's one of the thrills of being in the Philippines. One of the thrills of working at a company, being part of a company, is working together as a team
Yeah.
in the office.
Yeah, that spirit that Filipino workforce is giving, right? It's actually it's the most precious gift that Filipinos can give, not just here in the Philippines, but also when they work abroad. So like bringing the global opportunity here in the Philippines and
You
maximizing that talent.
You mentioned global. Like this is where all the global centers of excellence are
Yeah.
starting to, take place. They'll go to India first. They'll come to the Philippines next.
Mhm.
And again, it's because of that talent. And they've been so well trained
Mhm.
from all the other, multinationals
Yeah.
that've been here that they can hire really top talent here
Totally agree.
with a bit of scale. And they have all the empathy, emotional smarts
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, it'll be actually interesting to see moving forward. Filipinos have believe in a lot of like smooth interpersonal relations and
Yep.
and EQ around
Yeah.
the office, and how that's going to translate in the future with the AI and everything.
Mhm.
I just wanted to say also, I have to hand it to my partners who are American for understanding Filipino culture, because their observations are sometimes really funny. Sometimes really funny, their observations about Filipino culture. Being Filipino, and hearing it. So they've really taken time and thought into figuring people out here.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they're
Props to Mike and GK for
yeah, like
the effort to learn about the Filipino
yeah,
culture.
They can speak a little. Mike is married to a Filipino. Greg has a pretty good accent for his Tagalog, although the words are limited. But he's
I know.
Later, we're gonna sample later. We're gonna sample.
Understanding Filipino culture is important to a business that's coming to Philippines.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, and sort of understanding what makes them tick, how to motivate Filipinos is different from motivating
Americans, yeah.
Americans. They have a
Super
different work-life balance, priorities.
Mhm.
You know, it's similar but not the same.
Yeah.
And I had to hand it to them for, you know, taking that extra leap. Some people just like, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to achieve this. Da da da. They really think about these things. Like they talk about Filipino diet. They talk about Filipino behavior, and it's something that I think that they've been pretty good at.
Yeah.
Well, it's something that we want to improve, obviously. You know, our mission is to make work plus life better.
Right.
And obviously the three of us are kind of on the health buff kind of scene.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, we try to bring that, as much of that into the Mancom and XCOM as possible.
Yeah, we had a meeting the other day, and half the discussion was nutrition. It's like, we're gonna talk about work,
We're just gonna talk about
Yeah,
nutrition and
yeah.
fitness.
like creatine, and
Yeah.
Well, I can say, and I'm a witness on how we promote fitness and health here in the company. But I like, to Attorney Amanda's point, I like that she mentioned about your efforts in learning about the Filipino culture, because as an expat bringing business here in the Philippines, it's important to know who's gonna be your people, right?
It's easy to do when it's so fun to be around the people here.
Yeah.
So
I remember when I started GK, you were the first founder that I've seen, 2020, March. 1 week before the pandemic, you're still like roaming around in the office. And GK, I think it's very natural and innate for you to like just go to people
to roam.
and to ask questions and just, you know, have some chit chat.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate
I
that.
like making chica making cuento.
Making chica, but there's one rule that GK, this is the first company rule that I learned on my first day: do not eat junk food
Yeah.
on the table.
Bawal.
Bawal junk food only at the table, so I ate it outside. No, but kidding aside, that was the first rule. I'm not kidding. So thank you so much. That was pretty funny. So let's prove to Attorney Amanda that you've learned a few more Filipino words.
Oh, no.
Yan na.
I'll give a letter.
Hindi pa, pare, hindi pa.
Okay, not that difficult. Okay, just maybe a Filipino word that you can share to the audience. Let's start with Mike.
Aso. Dogs. It's you start with the you're like, we're gonna go through the alphabet.
Maybe we can give them like an intermediate level Filipino word.
Malasakit.
Malasakit. I like that better. Okay, watch it on the screen. Malasakit.
People always ask me,
Right.
like, ay, taga saan ka? And I say, Americano ako, pero may puso Pilipino.
Wow! May malasakit ka pala. May pusong Pilipino, kaya to Mike's point, I have malasakit.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was fun.
Went from aso to malasakit.
Aso to malasakit.
You said we're gonna go through the alphabet. I'm getting worried here. Like, do I know enough?
Now we have a new concept, guys. Next time. Okay, now down to the next question. This was for Mike.
Okay.
What was the first decision that shaped KMC's identity? Even before you guys had words for it.
Well, we did an offsite in Anya,
Anya.
right? And that's where we kind
Three
of
of us.
the three of us we did offsite, and we kind of chartered the next 2 to 3 years at that time, which seemed like forever.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of thought, well, you know, let's do the services business. Let's focus on the spaces expansion. And I guess probably one of the bigger decisions was when we left Rufino
Yeah.
for VGC.
Yeah.
And we made a pretty big bet for us at the time. And even bigger bet, you know, taking the whole floor, getting all that furniture for, again, like, you know, cents on the dollar. And we made BGC home before really any of the other companies or kind of players, invested in BGC.
Right. What was the first office in BGC, by the way?
Piccadilly Star,
Really?
Yeah.
Piccadilly?
the 20th floor, Piccadilly.
And then SM Aura after that, was that, or that?
There's a couple others.
It was an SM or V
Corp
around
and
the same
V-Corp.
time.
Uptown. We were in Uptown prior to that.
I see. I always thought it was Sun Life. Oh,
Sun
That
Life Saddles.
was. That was no. We had.
Oh,
We each had a floor there. Yeah.
Yeah.
how was the transition from
You-
your
you
Makati,
feel it, right?
Rufino, now you're into the Bonifacio Global City?
At the time, I remember, they were very much like everyone's going to BGC. All the business
Yeah.
BGC. And then I'm very much a Makati person. Having I lived there all my life. I'm like a Makati Zen, if you will.
She didn't want to leave.
I don't want to leave. Everybody's
In short, you don't want to leave Makati?
Yeah.
and now business going back to Makati. What's our most successful start? In Makati.
In Makati.
But yeah, the trend was in BGC.
Where are we shooting right now?
In Makati.
Yeah.
The construction and everything, all the new buildings, all the nicer. BGC was developing quite beautifully
Yeah.
at the time that we charged in there.
We really wanted to be in, kind of these lead gold,
Mhm.
accredited buildings. As our client profile got bigger and better,
Yeah.
they expected more from us.
Yeah.
And we had to be in better, quality buildings, newer buildings that, met some of those.
As you scale and grow, obviously you want to have these credentials to acquire and attract more.
And coming
Well,
back
it's
to Makati,
nice.
the lead, because
Well,
people,
they're redeveloping.
yeah, they're redeveloping
right?
Makati, so it might, and Makati has bigger roads and better
Connectivity.
connectivity.
For sure.
Yes.
There was also just a lot of new buildings going up in BGC, and these landlords needed people to fill them, and they
Yeah.
reached out to us.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why we took so much space
I see.
in BGC.
I see. Perfect. I'm so excited to continue the Q&A, but as mentioned earlier, we're gonna put some twist in today's episode. We're gonna be playing some games. I am not sure how well you guys play some Christmas games. Maybe it's been a while.
Ugly sweater contest. That's about it.
I've only watched.
Watch, okay, but today you yourself will be playing it, and we'll continue the Q&A. So are you ready for the first game?
Let's bring it on, Erickson.
All right, so we're gonna play it.